this video I want to talk about specifically conservation of energy and driving a hybrid vehicle. Hybrid vehicles allow you to basically bank your energy. Essentially, when you're going down a hill, you can put some of that energy into the battery. To go up a hill, or to accelerate, you take some of that energy out of the battery and put it back into the wheels. The fact that you can bank energy with a hybrid vehicle is the only real thing that gives it its advantage over a normal internal combustion engine. The exception of the electric motor also enables you to run a smaller gasoline engine, which smaller engines inherently are going to be a more open throttle, and open throttle is generally for gasoline engines more efficient. So really the only two benefits you get from a hybrid drivetrain is the ability to store energy and return it to the wheels, and the ability to use a smaller gasoline engine. The ability to store energy and put it back into the wheels is nice, but it's not very good overall efficiency. This particular engine probably has an electric motor that runs around 70% efficient. So your life cycle efficiency of taking energy out of the wheels, putting it into a battery, putting it back into the wheels could be even as low as 50%. So here's a perfect example. I have a pretty long downhill with a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. So I can take advantage of that and put energy back into my battery. So this leads to choices that you have when you're driving a hybrid that you don't have when you're driving an internal combustion engine car only. You can coast down hills and let your speed increase, or you can maintain the same speed and put that energy back into your battery. A lot of times traffic flow will make that decision for you, which is why hybrids are so good in the city, because a lot of times in the city you really can't control your speed. You have to go about the speed that the people around you are going. If there were no other traffic on the road and you could go whatever speed you want, hybrids almost certainly wouldn't have any value. To be more specific, on a gasoline car, you could theoretically drive at whatever speed was optimal for your engine and never have to worry about stopping like that. So in that case, right there, I didn't really have an option, and I had to slow down to let the person out. And here, because there's someone behind me, I can go a little bit faster and then dump more energy back into the brakes right before you hit the roundabout up there. So hypermiling in a hybrid vehicle is almost cheating. You have a lot more options of what you can do with your energy than you do in a non-hybrid vehicle. If you have a long downhill and you can coast and then convert some of that energy into speed as you go down the hill, and then that speed will help you go up the other side of the hill, you may not actually benefit from putting energy into the battery and slowing down on the way down the hill, because if your life cycle efficiency is 50%-ish, then if you put, however many kilojoules of energy into the battery, you're only going to get, if you only get 50% of the energy back, then it might be beneficial to just let your speed increase. Now the downside of that, letting your speed increase, is as you increase you get more aerodynamic drag, so you may in fact have more losses than you would just putting it into the battery and pulling it back out. The other nice thing about hybrid vehicles is that they can shut the gasoline engine off, so it's super convenient on most hybrid vehicles, and they almost do it seamlessly and you don't even notice nowadays.